how to invest $50 a month and still retire a millionaire at 65. Even if you're 30 years old and you haven't started investing yet. We're going to do it with Charles Schwab. This isn't sponsored, but if Charles wants to sponsor me, you can hit me up in my DMs. First, you'll go to schwab.com and you'll click open an account right here. And then when you get here, it will give you the option between what type of an account you want to open. If you make less than $150,000 modified adjusted gross income a year, I would start with a Roth IRA because then the money you put in, it grows tax-free, which is pretty cool. If you make more than that, good job. Then you can do a traditional IRA. It will still save you money on taxes. It just grows tax deferred. So when you take that money out in retirement, you got to pay taxes on it. Once you do that, it's going to ask you some really basic questions. You should know the answer to those. And then you got to connect your bank account and transfer some money and buy some investment. Do not forget that part. So many people open a Roth IRA, they transfer money in, and then they don't even buy investments. And so their money doesn't even grow. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, baby? Okay, so if I was a brand new baby investor, I would probably start with something like the Total Stock Market Index Fund, SWTSX, because it's going to contain a representative sampling of every single stock in the U.S. market inside of it. This bad boy has over 3,000 different stocks inside of it, my dude. That's a lot of stocks that you can buy for as little as $1. So to buy something like this, you're just going to click trade at the bottom of your screen. And then up here, this is where you'll type in SWTSX. Make sure though that this thing up here is turned on to mutual funds. You see where it is. And then when you get here, make sure this is turned on to on. Here's where you'll type in your $50 and your reinvestment type should be turned on to dividends and capital gains. Okay. And then just, you go for it, my dude. Okay, now if all you did was invest $50 a month for 35 years, you would end up with $115,000 almost, even though you only put in $21,000, which is pretty cool. But didn't you tell me you were going to show me how to get to $1 million? Yes, I'm about to show you the math, baby. Okay, so if you started investing $50 a month at the age of 30 years old and you increased it by $50 every year, you would get to $1 million by the time you were a sweet baby angel of 65 years old. Okay, so again, you do $50 a month in the first year, then $100 a month in the second year, then $150 a month. So it's like these teeny tiny baby steps, and then boom, before you know it, you're gonna have $1 million. I like doing it this way because it allows you to take teeny tiny baby steps towards your goals. I'm sure some of you are like, yeah, but Chloe, when I'm 64 years old, I'm gonna have to invest over $1,700 a month. You have like so much time to figure out how to get there, and if you do it in teeny tiny baby steps, you're probably gonna be able to do that, if not more. So stop worrying about that. Focus on your first $50. But I know this stuff can get really overwhelming and confusing. So if you want a free 90-minute training on how to invest, just comment training and I'll send it to you. Okay, good job.